I am no longer young, and my heart, through weary years of mourning over the dead, is not attuned to mirth.
These words spoken by Dracula stick with me. Is it a plant by Stoker to inject just a hint of redemption for when Mina pities the Count's soul? So many moments from the book have never been done justice on the screen. But tonight, pull up a chair, light a candle, and join the timeless one. Allow me to share 10 moments from the book that I feel have never been done justice on the big screen.
Journey with the Time Traveler.
At number 10, we have Dracula's redemptive moment. As alluded to in my intro, let's add a little context from the novel.
Moreover, the walls of my castle are broken. The shadows are many, and the wind breathes cold through the broken battlements and casements. I love the shade and the shadow, and would be alone with my thoughts when I may. Somehow his words and his look did not seem to accord, or else it was that his cast of face had made his smile look malignant and saturnine.
While Harker sees the evil irony, Stoker does still give us just a hint there could be a soul inside the vampire. An everlasting mourning for departed loved ones is high on my sympathy list, to be sure.
A sterling example of Stoker's skill to reach us emotionally.
Number 9. The Lizard Walk.
But my very feelings changed to repulsion and terror when I saw the whole man slowly emerge from the window and begin to crawl down the castle wall over that dreadful abyss, face down, with his cloak spreading out around him like great wings. At first, I could not believe my eyes. I thought it was some trick of the moonlight, some weird effect of shadow, but I kept looking, and it could be no delusion. I saw the fingers and toes grasp the corners of the stones, worn clear of the mortar by the stress of years. And by thus using every projection and inequality, moved downwards with considerable speed, just as a lizard moves along a wall.
Okay, enough said. Can that wordsmithery ever be done justice on the screen? The Lizard Walk defines memorable moment all in itself.
Number 8. The Blue Flames.
One of the quirkiest off-topic moments in the book, and therefore memorable.
He went rapidly to where the blue flame arose. It must have been very faint, for it did not seem to illumine the place around it at all. And gathering a few stones, formed them into some device. Once there appeared a strange optical effect. When he stood between me and the flame, he did not obstruct it, for I could see his ghostly flicker all the same. This startled me, but as the effect was only momentary, I took it that my eyes deceived me, straining through the darkness.
This moment is a fever dream nightmare as Harker crosses the threshold from the normal world into that of the supernatural.
Number 7. The Last Box in London.
A turning point in the plot as Dracula makes quick work of the posse, but shows his weakness all in that same moment.
And suddenly, with a single bound, he leapt into the room, winning a way past us before any of us could raise a hand to stay him. There was something so panther-like in the movement, something so unhuman, that it seemed to sober us all from the shock of his coming.
This scene enforces the fact that they are not going to defeat Dracula by primal force.
It would be impossible to describe the expression of hate and baffled malignity, of anger and hellish rage which came over the Count's face. His waxen hue became greenish yellow by the contrast of his burning eyes, and the red scar on his forehead showed on the pallid skin like a palpitating wound.
Movies love playing up Dracula's evil, but rarely do they do justice to the way the characters in the book defeat the evil of the vampire with compassion, guided by Enlightenment thinking. Van Helsing and the gang don't fret here because they have the vampire surrounded with the weaponry of intelligence and morality.
Number 6, King Laugh.
Van Helsing nearly signs his own admittance into Seward's asylum, and Stoker plants the seeds for Seward's suspicion of Van Helsing in this famous metaphor.
Oh, friend John, it is a strange world, a sad world, a world full of miseries and woes and troubles. And yet, when King Laugh come, he make them all dance to the tune he play. Bleeding hearts and dry bones of the churchyard, and tears that burn as they fall, all dance together to the music that he make with that smileless mouth of him. And believe me, friend John, that he is good to come and kind.
Throughout the book, I love Van Helsing's long-winded analogies. This one lands with the power of 20 seconds of awkward silence, and all Seward can say is, "Finis." A bizarre moment that would be awesome to see acted out in its full crazy glory.
Number 5, Man Brain, Child Brain.
Van Helsing's broken English goes full Neanderthal mode here with man brain, child brain, but it does enforce the theme we touched on earlier. The vampire is emotional, impulsive, primal. Van Helsing and Seward will defeat the carnal beast with discernment and self-control.
There, I have hope that our man brains that have been of man so long and that have not lost the grace of God will come higher than his child brain that lie in his tomb for centuries, that grow not yet to our stature, and that do only work selfish and small.
Number 4, Van Helsing, scientist, metaphysician, friend.
Van Helsing leads Dr. Seward and us, the readers, through the mythology of the vampire. And that's a long road indeed, considering our origin. Modern, skeptical society. Van Helsing leads us down this path while giving us a heck of a model of friendship in doing so.
And if I work, as work I shall, no matter trust or no trust, without my friend trust in me, I work with heavy heart and feel oh so lonely when I want all help and courage that may be. Friend John, there are strange and terrible days before us. Let us not be two, but one, that so we work to a good end. Will you not have faith in me?
The doctor knows the appalling realities that Seward and the others will have to face. Meanwhile, his own believability is on a knife's edge. He's walking that tightrope, and yet the thing that matters most to his own soul is retaining the compassion that exists between him and his friends. Let's have a little bit more of that in the movies, please.
Number 3, Seward suspects Van Helsing.
Here is a pivotal point in the novel when Stoker gets us questioning what the book is all about. And it plays in perfectly with the theme of science versus myth. Could Van Helsing really be all bonkers?
I was almost willing to accept Van Helsing's monstrous ideas. But now they seem to start out lurid before me as outrages on common sense. I have no doubt that he believes it all. I wonder if his mind can have become in any way unhinged. Surely there must be some rational explanation of all these mysterious things. Is it possible that the professor can have done it to himself?
This is a scene that's packed with drama that never gets due diligence in any of the films.
Number 2, the book's final note.
These are the last words of the novel, underscoring their importance. Yet, how often do we ever get these themes explored in any movie?
This boy will someday know what a brave and gallant woman his mother is. Already he knows her sweetness and loving care. Later on, he will understand how some men so loved her that they did dare much for her sake.
The book tells a fabulous story of compassion guided by science defeating the evil. No movie has ever really matched the emotional power that Stoker was able to put into this novel.
Number 1, Mina pities the Count's soul.
May God give him into my hand, just for long enough to destroy that earthly life of him which we are aiming at. If beyond it, I could send his soul forever and ever to burning hell, I would do it. Oh, hush, in the name of the good God, don't say such things, Jonathan, my husband, or you will crush me with fear and horror.
Just think, my dear, I have been thinking all this long day of it, that perhaps someday I too may need such pity, and that some other like you, and with equal cause for anger, may deny it to me.
Yes, this exchange between the Harkers sews together the book's resolve beautifully. Jonathan lays it out in his diary entry here.
I love her 1,000 times more for her sweet pity of last night. A pity that made my own hate of the monster seem despicable.
The fact is, Dracula isn't all shock and awe horror, as some movies might have you believe. The redemption theme in the book is quite powerful. The book makes hate despicable. The movies, not so much. But there you go. 10 memorable moments in the book and 10 corresponding moments that have never been done true justice on the screen. Just another reason why print is sometimes better than the picture. So turn off the YouTube and go read a book. Or join the timeless one in the next dimension as we do a reading of Sir Walter Scott's The Tapestried Chamber.